Coach, just as you went back and watched the film from this weekend's match, just what really pleased you the most about not only the fact that y'all won, but just the way that y'all won, maybe?
I think shutout first and foremost. I think it looked like a group that was connected and together and solving the game. I think that was the biggest thing. You know, we went over video yesterday and you could see just in the movement of our group and the way that we were all kind of had a plan and we're moving together and solving the game. And obviously we scored some great goals, but I thought the biggest thing was just how connected our group looked.
Coming away from that game, there's obviously nobody's going to be perfect. So what are some things that you guys are going to focus on this week heading into an Air Force team that's 3-0?
Yeah, I think we're playing against a good team. You know, obviously, like you said, undefeated, and they've scored a lot of goals. So, you know, we're just working on kind of the things that I just said, staying connected with each other, making sure that you know, we're doing the work to support one another, both in attack and in defense, and then continuing to just be good with the ball and making sure that our technical execution is consistent.
Through 4 games, is there anything about this group that surprised you at all yet, or are you sort of seeing exactly what you thought you had in terms of the nucleus and chemistry of this group?
Yeah, like I've said, I think this is still a work in progress. You know, like 13 new players, so you don't really know players until you get to work with them every day. So it was hard to really have too many, you know, thoughts before the season as to what this group was going to look like definitively. But I think as we're seeing, our group is still growing and changing and developing. So I think that's going to continue to happen throughout the year.
So y'all still have the score up from the win. Is that just an accident? Is that on purpose? Is there something behind that?
Yeah, that's
We're working on the video.
Yeah,
You're
that's
working on the boards.
Yeah,
I didn't know if that was
that's
like
I don't.
celebrate wins
Yeah,
or anything
no,
like that. All right,
no. Yeah.
But is there? Do you feel like I mean, it's a lot better, I guess, to win lessons after. Learn lessons after a win than a loss. Do you feel that the girls still a little collective deep breath?
Yeah.
Push forward a little bit better after that.
Yeah, I think a little bit. I mean, obviously, anytime you get a win, it's positive and people are feeling good. I think, you know, I spoke to our team about, you know, when you win, you're not that good, and when you lose, you're not that bad, right? And you know, I look at our play throughout the four games, and you know, I think we haven't been consistent enough. And I think there's been moments where we've shown we can be a really good team, and then there's been moments where we showed we can be a pretty average team. You know, so. I spoke a lot with them about like great win, but now we need to move forward because we're going to be playing against another good team on Thursday.
Just talked with Ava. I'm just curious, you know, what do you really feel like are the strengths of her game and why she earned the right to play in a starting role as a first-year player?
Yeah, I think she's got a lot of maturity about her game for a 17-year-old kid. Composure on the ball. I mean, she's good in the air. She tackles. You know, she's been impressive. I think she's got a lot of really strong parts of her game. I think as she's starting to get more games under her belt, you know, asking her a little bit to communicate a little bit more, you know, take charge a little bit more in the back, and kind of be a field general in that center back position.
Ireland, Churchill, and Trinity Buchanan, their connection is just so great. For being a senior and a freshman, how does their connection help you coach this team better? And what about that is kind of easier to coach?
Yeah, 2 good players. So obviously, it's always all about the players, and you know, we're lucky to have those 2 at our program. And I think you've seen pretty quickly the connection between the 2, and they're almost now starting to get a relationship where they know where one another's going to be at different times, right? So I think we got to keep building that, and then, you know, as much as we can, keep looking for combination play with all of our front players.